First year I kept bees, I didn't get a single drop of honey, not one. And if you'd asked me that year where the beekeeping worked, I probably would have told you no. I've been keeping bees for about 15 years now. Started because a friend talked me into it, and I figured it'd be a quiet hobby for a pastor who spent most of his week around people and noise. What I didn't expect was how much those bees were going to teach me about patience, real patience. Not the kind you talk about in a sermon, but the kind you live out when nothing's happening you can't tell if it's ever going to. That first year, I did everything I thought I was supposed to do. Set the hive up right, checked on them, waited, and at the end of the season, nothing. No honey worth harvesting. Just bees doing whatever it is bees do when you're not looking. I almost gave up on it. I remember standing out by that hive thinking, well, this was a waste of a year. But an older beekeeper down the road told me something I've never forgotten. He said, Ray, that first year they're not making honey, they're building the house. The comb, the structure, the whole foundation of that colony. All of that has to get built before there's ever a place to store anything. You can't skip that part. No matter how badly you want the honey, you can't rush the comb. I think about that every time I start something new. When I began this journey at 77, there was a long stretch where nothing seemed to be working. I was doing the steps, showing up, posting, learning, and I couldn't see any honey, no views, no income, just work with nothing to show for it that I could point to. It would have been easy to quit right there and call it a wasted season. Same as that first year with the bees, but I'd already learned that lesson once. The building always happens before the harvest, every single time. There's no version of it where you get to skip straight to the honey. Same thing was true in ministry. Years of hospital visits and funerals for people with no family left to grieve them. Quiet work, nobody clapping, nothing you could measure. I used to wonder if any of that counted for anything. Looking back now, I know it was building something in me that the visible seasons later needed. I don't think God works any differently than that hive does. He builds the structure first, out of sight, before he ever lets you see the fruit of it. If you're in a season right now where you're doing everything right and still can't see any results, that doesn't mean it's not working. It might just mean you're still in the comb building part. That's really all I wanted to share today. That the waiting isn't wasted, whether it's bees or anything else you're trying to build. Keep showing up. The honey comes after the house is built, not before. I'll be back with Friday with something I want to walk you through. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today.